I may regret this, but I'm going to rearrange my whole greenhouse. So the thought behind this is my variegated shelf receives a lot of light. I love the fact that all together and they're there. However, they do get burnt sometimes, and that is just something I don't want to keep happening. So I think the best way to help that and prevent that from happening in future succulents is to have a good move about. So I'm just thinking, I don't know what I'm thinking, I'm crazy. So what I want to do is kind of put my succulents into different sections. So I have done a recent count up, roughly, kind of. I've got over 500. So I need to move them all outside, I think, or into different areas. So what I probably want to do is put some together which don't like a lot of water. They can sit together in one section. I can have some which do like water and quite thirsty, so they need water more often. And obviously the bigger ones I'd like to put probably at the back, and then have smaller ones at the front. And there's just lots going on down here as well, which needs to be moved and create some space, and it's just a waste of space at the back. So that's my thought process. I want to move my variegated, have them in groups kind of relating to their requirements, I suppose, and do it that way. But it's now just hit 30 degrees in here, and I have already got an umbrella up to shelter this. So this could be the worst decision of my life, so we'll see. But let's get into it. I've got 500 odd to move and rearrange and extra bits. And yeah, this could be carnage, but let's see what happens. I'm going to do lots of time lapses, explain to you what I'm doing. Hopefully I can make some sense of it. And yeah, I hope you enjoy. I hope you enjoy the before and afters as well. So I'll just do a quick spin around and show you how it's all set up now and what it looks like. So let's get into it. So currently my top shelf is all of these beauties. It was that the whole top shelf has been treated with bug clear. That was kind of the thought process behind it. But I'm not doing any more bug clear treatments this year because it's too far into the season. So like I said, this is my variegated shelf, but they just get too much light. Some of them have burned. I've had one recently, which is this one here. And I don't think it's going to make it. I think it's burnt to a crisp. So I just don't want that to keep happening. Especially to my variegated ones. I do have shade netting in the whole greenhouse, as you can see. This is 50%, which is the green stuff, and then I also put this other bit over, but it just doesn't always protect them depending on where the sunlight comes in from. So yes, that's the current setup. I've got then shelves lower down, and the back of them is quite messy. I don't want to have anything at the back. I don't want to have loads of bits and bobs at the back. I want it to be organised. I quite like at the minute putting my leaf props in these little plastic tubs, and then when they start to root and pup, I then put them on. So that might be something that I have at the back, just on my leaf prop sitting there. I've just got so many like odds and sods at the minute, and I want to sort them out and have a bit of organisation. Like this area is just a mess, doesn't look good, it's not aesthetically pleasing to me. This area is, I love this. So these are all ones which don't really need a lot of water, so I'm trying to keep them together really. Yeah, and then lower down we've got some odds as well. So yeah, that's what I want to sort out. I just want to make it look a bit more organized in here, have a little yeah, organize, and just see what happens. So wish me luck. So I suppose first things first, I need to take these all off this shelf and put them probably on a tray and set up a table outside. So yeah, I'm going to set the table up and then I'll get back to you. So that's the small and tiring task of clearing the variegated shelf. As you can see, it's a right mess. So now I'm going to just give it a clean. I don't think I'm going to be able to get the whole greenhouse done today. I don't know what planet I was on thinking I could do that. So I'm going to just concentrate today on the top shelf and just, yeah, kind of get some organisation going, tidy this up, make a decision what can go on here, what is quite hardy, what doesn't mind too much light. Obviously I have this up, and what it does is I clip it over here like so, and it hangs down just to cover them up. Obviously it doesn't cover every bit, but it's just a little bit of extra protection if it's a crazy hot day. So yeah, that's, I'm gonna have to try and decide which out of these ones are more hardy and can stand a bit more light, or at times have a little veil over them basically. So yeah, that's the top shelf cleared. I haven't put them on the table like I said I was going to outside because I realised I'd be in full direct sunlight, so I've put them in the shade at the minute. just while I now have a tidy up. So let's get into it. So I think what this video might become is kind of a tour as well of my succulents while I'm going to probably discuss with you why I'm moving them and what I'm doing, and give you a little show of them, because some of them are just, this is the thing, when you start a task like this, you then start obviously admiring the succulents and yeah, just having a good look at them, doing a little health check, and it just never is then a straightforward quickly move them job. And that's the fun of the hobby, isn't it? Just admiring them and taking the time to yeah, just spend some time with them, I suppose. So yeah, the first one I'm going to move over, and I'm moving this over because it's already been on the shelf anyway, is my beautiful black Makeover. My cat has just entered the greenhouse. I've actually got two of these. It came as a multi-head and I chopped it into two. So these ones, although they are black and usually the Affinis succulent does burn in the sun, these ones seem to be doing really well. So I'm not going to disturb them. They're rooting nicely. They are beautiful. So I'm going to put them back on this shelf. And what I think I'm going to do is maybe have a staggered like height. So these ones obviously in the bigger pots at the back, whereas something like this can then go in front of them. I'm hoping that will add a bit more kind of depth and a bit more, you can see them a bit better. I have thought about having some staging, so like a platform, and then I could stagger them a bit more, but that's something for a future date to think about. And there's always some new things we can do, isn't there? So yeah, I'm just gonna make some decisions on what I'm moving over here now, and I'll update you. So for example, this beautiful longisma is looking a little bit scorched around the edges. You can see that the colour is kind of got some black spotting. It's very shiny, so I don't know if you can see it that well. There's some scorching around these leaves, so I don't think this wants to be in the big bright sunlight. So I'm probably going to change this maybe onto a lower light shelf, which is strange because it's got these caruncles. They normally love lots of light because that's what produces the caruncles and keeps them going. Like you can see some appearing here, but I think it's just a little bit too strong at the minute. So this one I won't be including on the top shelf. So the next one is this Makeover or Makeover. It's actually randomly grown caruncles over the years. So these little forms here, which I just said about in the longisma, this didn't come to me like it, so it's obviously mutated. Yeah, and I really want to keep them. I think they're really pretty. So this one loves loads of light. Just it's quite a thirsty plant and it's quite easy to care for. So I'm going to be including that at the top of the shelf. And actually, they are the same. So this is the black Makeover and this is the normal. So really, they're just reuniting as a family, aren't they? And staying on the theme of crunkly and bumpy kind of Echeveria, this is a linguus and loves lots of light. It's obviously very interesting, very different, and it's got those bumps and that needs the sunlight to continue to grow those. So that will definitely be going on the top shelf. And the same with this one. This is a macaroon and is actually in bloom at the minute. It's got a huge bloom. Yeah, it's got those bumps, so again, needs lots of light. I might have to put something in between them so they're not touching. This is another mutated plant, so as you can see underneath it's got some really funny forms under here. I think it's a trumpet, but it's a pearl, which is obviously just mutated, and it's really interesting. So I think I'm going to keep that over there with the mutated ones. There's a bit of a theme now. I wonder if that could go in the middle there. Yes. Beautiful. This one's also been doing really well on that top shelf. As you can see, it's got some huge blooms coming, so I think I'm going to keep that there as well. And that's kind of a this is called a frilly lowy, I believe. Yeah, I really like that one. It's been on the top shelf with the black Makeovers, so I'm going to keep them together. Keep it over here, and hopefully those blooms I can pollinate at some point, because it'd be really interesting to make a hybrid of that one if I can. This one has had lots of mentions and shout outs recently. It's my heart's choice, and it's a beautiful pastel green. It's got these little bumps on the leaves here, so that does need a lot of light, but it's been in my pollination video and some other ones because it's made some beautiful blooms this year and the same last year, and it's very fertile. I get loads of seeds from it, so I'm trying to do lots of hybrids this year. So if that's something you're interested in, please do subscribe and you'll then get notified of the videos when they are live, because yeah, I've got some really exciting pollination videos coming up, and you can see the step-by-step process of how I grow them. Just need to be really careful with blooms because they've got seeds in them. This is Charles Rose. It was very, very thirsty recently, had a drink, and it's plumped up really nicely. So there's nothing about this one which is too specific. It's quite easy to care for. So I'm going to just put some kind of straightforward, simple ones now at the back, just to fill out the space. If I can make these blooms kind of work with the plants. Bend that around there. This is Snow Queen, again quite easy to care for. It's a double head, loves the light, not too fussy, so that can go on there as well. This is Exotic, and again it's in bloom. It's very powdery, very beautiful, and it seems to get quite thirsty, so lots of light, and obviously the blooms need lots of light to continue to grow, so that will go on the top shelf as well. I think we'll have it over this side. Some plants I've got two of, including this Lola, so I've got another one, so I might just have one on this shelf and one on the other. Where would we like to put Lola? This one probably needs a head chop at some point. I think I'll put it there for now. And then the same with my Lilacina, which is here. I've got two of that one, so I think we'll put one over here as well, just to separate them out. This is Passion. This is a head chop from, I think, earlier this year, if not last year. And it's rerooting really nicely. It's not very fussy, so I'm also going to put this up here. I wonder if it'll go over this way, next to Lola. I've got this really big Agavoids, which I think will do really well over here, over on the right. And a very similar one here. I think this is a lipstick, and I can put it on the left. So I've got two Agavoids on each end. They seem to like quite a lot of light, so that is the back of the shelf. Now it's time to choose the rest that go on the shelf. This is going to be hundreds probably, so I'm going to go through and just do a time lapse of the ones which I'm choosing. I think I'm going to go for more of the thicker leaf, chunkier ones to go on here. I think they can stand the stronger sun, so yeah, I'm going to have a go now and see what we can find. So I've now chosen the next row. I've gone for really chunky ones for this. So I've got a Colorata, Isis. This one is, I'll put the name on the screen because I can never pronounce it. There's a lot of my new ones on here. So we've got Cherry Shadow. They're all quite chunky. Really nice ones. So that's a Cherry Shadow. This one is, oh, same again. Got two of those. A Rotunda, a Cly, Casio. Super Plum is not very chunky, but it's one that really isn't fussy. It likes a lot of light. This one's a little bit leggy at the minute, so I thought that could be treated to a bit more light up here. A Jinjui, Ice Green, that's a type of moonstone. Black Cocoa is starting to root and it's had loads of light, so I think it really needs quite a lot, so that's a good one. This Koala always stretches, so light thirsty, so that can go up here with the Crisp Baked Beauty. Love this one. And then we've got a Raspberry. This one is a Sunrise. This is, can't remember what it's called, Charleston? Yes, Charleston. What is this one? These are all my new ones, so I can't remember the names. Oh, I'll put that on screen if you can't read my writing. No idea how to pronounce that one, but that's really nice and dark. It's a Black Prince. No, it's not. It's a Black Knight, that one. That is Estrella, and this is Pumpkin. So that is the second shelf, or second layer of the shelf. We've got loads more to go, which is good. And I've just noticed this one. This is my Black Pink. I've got two of each succulent from Changi recently, and this one's been kept on my second shelf down and the other one outside. So I'm just going to show you the difference between the two. So the ones in this arrangement I actually got and did a haul for on a previous video, so go and watch that one if you want to have a look. But this baby pink, it's a baby pink, no, black pink. As you can see, the one outside is quite yellow, it's got kind of red tips on it. But this one, which has been on the second shelf down, is basically green and purple, so a completely different colour. So they don't even look like the same succulent, but I got them at the same time earlier this year, and they've just been in different conditions. This one's, I don't think I've watered it at all, and this one's been out in the rain getting rain and sun, so it's nice and plump, but as you can see the leaves are pointing upwards, which means it doesn't need more light. They sometimes put their leaves down to obviously increase the surface area to get more light, so this one's asking for a little bit more. Yeah, it's completely changed colour, so the difference is crazy. I love it when I get two of the same succulent, because seeing the differences are just insane. It's interesting. So that will go on the top shelf. It's like I said, the leaves start to flatten out because they want more light, so that's how they increase the, I suppose, the surface area of them. So I'll put this up here. It's really big, it's crazy. So I'm not sure where to put it at the minute. I'm just gonna see what else I want up here. And then these two are a little bit like the ones at the back that I mentioned. They've got caruncles. As you can see, this one's already started growing without them. It was on a third shelf down just because it's a new one. So I'm going to put that back at the top, and hopefully it will grow those caruncles again that I absolutely love. So I'm going to time lapse the next one, where I'm just choosing some different ones. I don't know, do I stagger them so they're kind of like that, or do I put them in a row? Oh, the decisions. I'm tempted to stagger them, they might look a bit more. Yeah, I'm going to do it. Right, time lapse. The third row selected. So I've done some which get quite tall if they're not in bright sunlight. So I've got a Cupid, this is a Moon Fairy, which I've got 4 of, which I grew from seed, and they're all really different. So I thought I'd like to keep one on a really highlight position and see what happens with that. Harry Watson, he's quite easy to look after, but he does get quite tall. Pudgy, I've got 2 Pudgies, they're the same. They like to have quite a lot of light. This one's really interesting, and I thought I'd try and keep the colours on that one. This one gets quite leggy. You can see it started to stretch a little bit. So that one has been put on the shelf for that reason. Another chunky one. This is actually one of these, which are head chopped. And sometimes when you chop them when they've got caruncles, they look so bad for a little while. Then they root. So this one is actually starting to root. And then once it's all settled in and had some water, then it will look really good again. But at the minute it looks terrible, but it likes a lot of light because it has got caruncles like that one. So hopefully that will bounce back soon. This is White Soul. It's normally quite dark. It's like black with that really white farinery with the pointy tips. I'm hoping moving it up here will make it have that colour again. For the new ones I showed you a little while ago. This is a Black Queen. This is a red light, which goes very, very red in the winter. This one is a Echeveria. I'm not too sure on the name, but that one's really loves a lot of light. It's quite like a super bomb. It's not very fussy. Mitsu, that was starting to stretch recently because that was on a lower light shelf. Nice chunky one there. I have got some which I don't know the IDs for, so I just number them. So when I do leaf props, I know which mother plant it's from. So that's a bit of an ongoing challenge at the moment. Then we've got Boracay, Blue Dragon. I find frilly plants are quite thirsty for light as well, and thirsty in general. They love lots of water. So that one is Diamond State. This is a pink Juliana, and yeah, it's growing out some kind of scarring at the minute, so I thought I'd leave it on here. And this is the black pink, which I showed you. So I think I'm going to get quite a few rows on here, so let's continue. Row 4 is complete. So we have got a Marston, an Icy Purple. I believe this is a Fire Pillar. I don't have the name tag on that one, but I'm sure that's what it is. This is another one of the Moon Fairies. As you can see, it's so different to that one we just saw. Very big. And his leaves look a lot longer as well, which is unusual. A Hoshikage, a Potsina, Black Queen, this is very green and dark. Soul Mint, which is a Lowy hybrid, which I am obsessed with. I'm trying to propagate it, but it will not propagate, but that's probably because it's from Lowy. They are really hard to propagate as well. That's the Lowy next to it. Iceberg, High Stone. Don't know this one. I'm sure it says something like Galaxy on the label, but I bought it about 4 or 5 years ago and I cannot remember. Can't find anything online but like looking like it, but sure it's Galaxy. We've got Mont Blanc, Corvus, Blue Song. I absolutely love that one. That's so pretty. A Red Cat, a Hyalina, another Mont Blanc. This is a hybrid from my recent haul, and this is called Icing. This one is another hybrid from Changi. This one's called Red, and the one down there is Rosalia. So that's 4 rows done. I wonder how many more I can get. Probably another, at least 3. Interesting. Right, let's crack on. Row number 5. Okay, so these are again some quite new ones. I love this. This is Jackal, so I zoomed in a little bit better there. So Jackal, what is, oh, Black Swan, love that. This is, it came to me as a Charles Rose, but I think it's lovely. I think it's called Lovely or Lovely Bear. Charles Rose is this one. Nothing like it, nothing at all. So yeah, I think that one's the Lovely Bear or Lovely. This one is a Shani. I have got one of these, but it nearly rotted last year because I had a leak in the greenhouse, so I wanted to replace it. So this is quite a bigger version of what I've already got, and it did actually survive. So I've now got 2, unfortunately. Oh, I love having too many succulents. It's brilliant. So Sarah Bonnie. I find I've got quite a few with that name that all look similar but very different shaped plant. Silhouette, another raspberry. I did buy 2 of them because I loved it so much. A bonfire. I love the colours of that one. Fairy Queen. That is one that is a new one I've wanted for a long time. I had it years ago and it didn't survive. But it's not rooting yet, so I'm a bit nervous about it, but hopefully it does survive. And this is Red Moon. Is it Red Moon? Yes, Red Moon. Double flower. This is a Changi hybrid. Pink Diamond. I think this one is Brave, but I lost the ID, so I think that's what it is. This one is Gridlime. Phantom of Pink. This is a Moonstone. Vincenzo. I love the colours on this one, it's beautiful. A Love Song. I love this one, it's really unusual. It's got those love heart shaped leaves, which is, yeah, really interesting. This is a Silver Bum, so it's a kind of I would say maybe a marble super bum. Yeah, I love that one, so that's going to take pride on the top shelf. This is a Shalmon, if that's how you say it. That is recently a head shop and it's done really well. It's produced so many pups for me, and also loads of leaf crops, so that's a really good one to propagate if you've got it. A Werther, I love the pastel on that one, and a Black Sabbath, beautiful. So yeah, I've literally just made a mess everywhere. There's just gaps everywhere now, but you know, it's a long process and it definitely will not be complete today, but that's all part of the fun. Penultimate row now, so let's have a little tour. Got Lilac card. This one is Eros. Got Lavender card. This is a Monroe grown from seed. This is a Cristata one, which I mustn't forget about. I can see all the leaves now have gone crispy, so that needs a good drink. So I'll have to wait until an evening where it's a lot cooler. This is one I got from B&Q of all places, and it can go a really, really vibrant red. Not red, sorry, pink. It's beautiful. So I love that one, so I thought I'd showcase that at the front. It's funny, sometimes you get them so cheap and just from the most random places, and they can be like one of your favourites. Brave, so I think that is very similar to the one I showed you a minute ago. I'm sure that's the same plant. If not, it's very, very, very similar. This is another Hoshikaj, a Jade Butterfly. I thought I'd leave one here and then one on the next shelf down just to see if they look any different over a period of time, just to compare the two. L or Encino Beauty. This one is an Onslow. I love this. I just think this is such a beautiful plant. I tried to pollinate it this year, but it was not into it at all. It didn't want to do it. This one is a Mary Bella Louise. This one is Still. Bambino, Nomad. I think this might be a Megjapo, but I'm not too sure, so I've numbered it at the minute. What have we got here? A Polydonis, just a curly, it could be a curly wave, but I'm not too sure on that one. I don't really have IDs for a lot of my frillies. I normally pick them up in garden centres and things, so they never got the true ID. This one is a Chrome Heart Jelly. I love the tips on that one. That one is a, what is that? Oh, an Elaine Renault. That's a recent head shop. A Devolution, love that. I'm obsessed with that one. I'm trying to propagate it at the minute. I've got one pup coming, so that's really good. And then finally, Ariel. So that's the last row done. Final tour. So we've got a Penna, a Moonlight, I believe. Yes, Moonlight. Starmark. What's this one? Oh, a Marine. La Bamba. Crisponi. Nodette. Baby Pink. This is a full. Oh no, it's a Love Letter, that one. Love Letter. Cowco Tips. That obviously got a little bit burnt, it's now growing out. A Colorata. I've got no ID for this one because the label has completely worn off, so absolutely no idea. Might as well get rid of that. The label anyway. Avocado Cream. Illust. This one I'm not sure if it's an Onslow or a Maribel, but I've got both, so actually that's very strange. Maribel is there, Onslow is there. I think that is an Onslow, but not sure. I'll keep it as a no ID. This one is Miss Jean. I really like that one. I've head chopped that last year. I've got some pups coming. A Soul Heart. A Amazing Grace. That's my other Shani, which is surviving. An Alba Beauty. This one's a funny name. It's like an Agavoy's Christmas Eve crossed with a Romeo Rubin. That's a seed I bought off Etsy. I had one little soldier left, so yeah, he's unusual. I think this is type of Cospedata, but I'm not sure. And then at the end here, my TMO. So you can see the sea of succulents on this shelf. I think I need to change all the labels. I need them to be shorter. They really stand out and I don't like it. That's another task for another day. But yeah, that is the first shelf complete. I'm not going to carry on today because I'm absolutely boiling. And yeah, need a little break. But it's safe to say that took some time. I've probably been messing about in here for 3 hours. So yeah, that took a while. Obviously, I've got loads more to do. So I'm going to make this into like a mini series because it's probably a good idea to show you all my succulents. I love seeing other people's succulents. I love knowing the names and what they look like. It just makes my wish list bigger. But it's something I really enjoy as, you know, a hobbyist. So hopefully you'll enjoy it too. So yeah, that is the shelf number 1 done. They look beautiful. It just looks like an ocean of succulents, and I'm so pleased with how it looks. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed today. It's been a bit off tangent and what we were meant to do, but that's life, that's the hobby, isn't it? So yeah, I really hope you've enjoyed it. Please subscribe to the channel if you have, and if you've got any video ideas you'd like to see, please let me know, and if you've got any questions, let me know also. But thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.